Autopilot off.
Whoops. Anyways, hello ladies and gentlemen, we are back in Terran Conflict. We are continuing where we left off with patrolling the solar system after an AGI incursion into Terran space, and we are on our way to Neptune to continue on with the patrol. I would normally have skipped a few of the patrols till we got closer to the end of them, but I decided there was things I wanted to talk about. My past few days episodes have been a bit late.
Entering system. Neptune.
I am going to admit it is The Witcher 3's fault. I've been playing that quite a bit, and it is amazing. I won't be recording it though, just because I don't want to do because I played it for a little while with the music, and I don't want to go back and I'd have to turn the music off if I was going to record it. And B, there is a lot. Well, not a lot, but I don't want to have to deal with the nudity, and I don't think my computer could run The Witcher 3 and record at the same time without huge stutters. I get about 30 frames per second, and I bet if I record that it'll drop down to 20. So I'm just not going to bother. Plus, I also got Sunless Sea going, this game going. I've got to start recording Alien Isolation again now that I've run out of archived footage from the when I live streamed it back on Halloween. And of course, there's going to be irregular updates with X Rebirth because we still have to do the Rising Tide mission chain in hard mode, and then there's the Secret Service license, which I will be showing us getting that on camera. But those X Rebirth is going to be irregular, and maybe there might be another few episodes coming up as they start announcing Egosoft is working on something. We know that. They keep alluding to it. I've been using the Steam DB site to keep an eye on things, and there've been every now and then there's a little change. There's a decent sized change, I think. So we'll see what happens there. But in the meantime, we're just going to focus. Oh, there we go. Some Xenon ships.
Xenon M.
Yeah, this game gets about 30 frames per second. It jumps around a lot, but it's averaging out 30 frames per second. I'm getting to stutter here too. I think it might be something to do with OBS, maybe. And it doesn't look like it's getting picked up. Oh no, it is getting picked up on the recording. That is weird. So I'll have to do some research, figure out what's causing this little stutter. I never noticed it before, but it's definitely there. Uh-oh, there's a capital ship coming in. I can expect to get deafened by explosions in a second. Okay, I know what's causing those explosions. It's the antimatter weapons the Terran uses. Yeah, the Terrans have four types of weapons. The main weapon is the electromagnetic plasma cannon. Then there's the starburst shockwave cannon. Then the point singularity projector. And then there's antimatter warheads they use, which is an ammo-based weapon. And it's those ammo-based weapons that are causing those really loud explosions.
Target is now in firing range.
I don't want to shoot at that station, so I'm going to wait till there's open space on the other side of that Xenon ship, like right now. Damn noise.
In eliminating this threat.
Yeah,
Terran. Military. Katana.
yeah, it's that
Xenon
katana causing them.
M.
Yeah, I checked it. It didn't seem to be too loud in the recording, but it was definitely loud in my headset.
Xenon N.
That one's dead.
Terran. Saber.
Oh, of course, this one jumps straight to the next
Transorbital
sector.
accelerator. Uranus.
Yeah. Immature people would be making a joke there. I'm not going to. I'm just going to point out that there's that joke there, which I guess would be just as bad as making the joke. Let's stop talking about that. So, other than that, my biggest issue with recording Alien Isolation is I don't want to use the same lighting setup I had before because it takes up a lot of space in my room, and space is limited where I have my desk set up. I've got a new light, and I just need to set it up, which means figuring out where I'm gonna put it. I almost want to put up a shelf for it. I got a spot for a new shelf. It'd be a small shelf, but it'd be a shelf. And then I could start doing maybe more.
Entering system. Uranus. Autopilot off.
I do also have a idea for
Xenon
light setup
N.
for if I want to do more
Autopilot
live action
activated.
stuff. Got an idea of where I'm gonna put the light. Gonna use.
Autopilot off.
I might end up with two or three recording computers. One for gaming and one for the any live action stuff I want to do. What are you shooting at? What is the range on those weapons? Because you're not gonna hit it from way over there. But I'm never gonna catch that ship from way over there. What is that thing anyways? Oh, ATF ship.
Military Skirneer.
There we go. That's what the ATF ships look like. So, it was, yeah, as you can see here, it was judging by the ship design, the ships that came through the gate at the end of X3 Reunion were ATF, not USC. Actually, I know where we can find out where the who is US. Yeah, ATF, Terran. There we go, USC had an inviolable degree of flexibility in its planning. Doesn't say what the USC stands for. There we go, United Space Command, right there. The Claymore bomber provides the United Space Command with an easily deployable and flexible strike capability. There we go, so I was right, United Space Command. While the ATF is AGI Task Force, which we can find out by doing this. AGI Task Force, right there, ATF. Beautiful.
Xenon N.
And that was a bike going by. I'm not sure if that got picked up, but I definitely heard it. At least the jets aren't flying overhead anymore. I live not far from a military base, so very regularly you'll get during certain parts of the year you'll get military jets flying overhead. But what is a more regular occurrence is rescue helicopters. They get quite loud.
Terran high-tech transporter.
Not that I live in the boonies that they need rescue helicopters, but they just kind of sometimes they fly over the town low. Okay, there's still that guy way up there, isn't he?
ATF military Skirneer.
Yeah, the Skirneer is still going for that AGI ship, the Xenon ship. So let's try to cut them off by going this way. Oh, there it is, and it's dead. Oh, there's another one there too.
Xenon N.
Oh. Engine sounds. That is a transport ship. Oh, I'm getting away from that now. Oh, what is that? Were those missiles? Those shockwaves are too big to be point singularity protectors or starboard shockwave cannons. I think those were heavy missiles. Is the Skirneer a missile frigate?
ATF military Skirneer.
Yeah, it's a missile ship. So that was either a Shadow or a Ghoul missile. Man, that was quite the shockwave, though.
Xenon N.
Yeah, let's fast forward again. Whoops. And get this over and done with. But over the next few days, as I was saying, like I said, I've been going behind. That's The Witcher's 3 faults. I'm getting better, and I did miss a couple episodes last week because of time issues. I mentioned in that live action video I did of the vlog, I guess what it was, about me going back to college again, and I needed to do medical stuff. There was a huge mess with my doctor, and I wasn't able to get an appointment in time, so I'm having to change some course load up. So today I went to the college to talk to them. Last week I was calling back and forth between I was bouncing back and forth between 2 different clinics, trying to figure things out.
Shadow missile.
And flying a Saturn, that should be the end of the patrol right there.
Transorbital accelerator.
Yeah.
Saturn.
It's nice living in Canada with free healthcare, but the same thing, then you're dealing with way more bureaucracy. But yeah, so try to get to my family doctor. Turns out I don't have a family doctor anymore. I have a personal doctor, and he didn't tell me, and no one told me I had a personal doctor, and that he had moved clinics. So I tried booking at the wrong clinic. Then the next clinic wouldn't have an appointment in time, so I tried to switch back to my old clinic. That didn't work, and I ran out of time. So I'm changing my courses. I'm still gonna do the stuff that requires the medical stuff, which is an adventure guiding program. I'm still gonna do that stuff. I just don't know when yet. It's not going to be for the fall semester or the winter, probably. Maybe for spring or summer I'll try it. but I'll be keeping you guys up to date on that in the following year. And I'll probably should, since I did a vlog on it the last time, I should probably do another vlog on it, just in case there's someone who doesn't watch this particular series, but and is interested.
Entering system. Autopilot off.
All right. Debrief at the Saturn Research Station. They want to get as much sensor data as possible. I hear the scientists already have their hands full ripping open half their fleet's black boxes, so there's no rush.
There we go. The patrol missions
Saturn
are over.
Research Station. Docking granted.
And we're talking at Saturn Research
Autopilot
Facility.
activated.
Have we made any money? We made 300,000 credits. So not bad, not good either. We still need more. We need lots more. How are my freighters doing? They're making me money slowly. Quite slowly. So I had a good idea of switching to trying to get the ship the plot's going to give me, since this is not a spoiler. This game's came out in 2008, 2009, way back then. I think I wrote it somewhere. I wrote it down on the computer somewhere, but I'm not alt-tabbing out to look for it. Yeah, and if you don't know that, you might not. Well, it's not a spoiler. The game's quite old. People talk about it, and it's definitely one of the better ships in the game. Actually, it's my favorite ship. I haven't tried the Hyperion in this since I had it in that one time in Reunion, so I'm not sure what it's like.
Successfully
Well, actually,
docked.
twice.
Greetings, friend. We bid you a heartfelt
Connection to local trade.
Pilot, you've been ordered to meet with Major General Ichiyama at the ATF outpost in the asteroid belt. Seems you're getting yourself noticed, pilot.
Down to asteroid belt, the orbital defense
Docking
station.
granted.
Actually, why am I doing it that way?
Autopilot off.
Let's do it the quick way. We have a jump drive.
Jump device charging at 10%. 20. 30. 40. 50%. 60. 70. 80. 90. Jumping.
And off we go to see the wizard. Probably not a wizard, but do I actually have to dock or just fly too? Oh, there's an easy way to check once we arrive. Once we're past the loading screen. Come on. Oh, one thing that the developers of these games have confirmed apparently is that they're
Entering system.
pretty-
Asteroid belt.
they're focusing on adding new things to the engine of X Rebirth.
Mining out orbital defense station. Docking granted.
So,
Autopilot activated.
if we're gonna get more patches or stuff, it's gonna be focused more on. Oh, that scared me. That destroyer scared me. I thought I was gonna blow up on
Military
camera
Osaka.
from what's the nickname for it? Autopillock? Or kill lock or something like that. Yeah, the autopilot in this game, this game especially, it was one of the worst ones of having the autopilot run you into other ships at jump gates, and that might have been what happened. Well, it almost happened there. It didn't quite. Yeah, there was me reaching for the keyboard as the ship navigated away. I was preparing to hammer down the arrow keys as quickly as possible to get out of its way. Well, to change course. Thankfully, I didn't need it. That serves me right for using the SATA, though. SATA plus autopilot is the best way to die in this game. I still haven't fixed the ship, though. Oh, there, like I said, the little flying plane. Oh, that's
Successfully docked.
Greetings, friend. We bid you a heartfelt welcome to this Terran station.
Connection to local trading network established.
Good
Probably
day,
should've-
pilot. I'm Major General Ray Ishiyama of the AGI Task Force, or ATF. As you probably know, the ATF is charged with defending the Sol system from illegal artificial general intelligences, for short, AGI. These things are pretty nasty. One example of them is the ancient terraformers, and you know what they did. Well, lately it seems they're returning. This attack on the Sol system was the first of its kind in centuries. More might follow. What worries us most, however, is that apparently some unknown group from outside the Sol system is collaborating with the AGI. We must find out who, where, why, and how this is at all possible. The information you intercepted today gives us valuable clues, but we're still working on it. The ship you saw was apparently Argon. You've done exceptionally well, pilots. You have been given access to Mars orbit. As you know, Mars has a wide variety of ship upgrades available. Take a look. As you will be taking on more challenging duties, we have seen fit to give you an M5 scout ship to aid you. It is located at the Mars shipyard. Dock there and control will be turned over to you. Once your business in Mars is complete and you are ready for your next assignment, please contact me.
Off we go. And so, yeah, as he said, we now have Mars access, so we can access that. I had a thought. I was saying something before we docked. What was I saying before we docked? It'd be nice if I could flash back and remember what I was talking about. Something to do with the autopilot or something. No, that was before. Yeah, autopilot and Satyr are the best way to get killed in this game. I'm not sure if they toned it back in Albion Prelude. I think they may have. I didn't play a lot of Albion Prelude. The war zones killed too many of my ships that I lost interest, and it was the few plots there were in that game were massive grind fests. So I never got really into that one. So yeah, mechanically and stability-wise, Prelude is probably the best of the X3 games, but Terran Conflict out of the three would still be my favorite because, well, its plots are more interesting.
Shipyard.
Cutscene time. And that's the shipyard. Doesn't look much like a shipyard, but it's one.
Docking granted. Autopilot activated.
Yeah, I think my biggest problem with the Albion Prelude is the only way to turn off the war zones was through an extremely grindy campaign. Well, one of the requirements for stopping the war zones was to get your reputations up with the faction that was hostile to you, which wasn't exactly easy. Anyways, we're coming to dock with the Mars shipyard. We won't. Let's see, what do we have available here? Supply base. Oh, that's just one of those. Let's see, what do we have available? Can we purchase anything? Oh, we can purchase pretty much anything. Baldric is the freighter, the personnel transport. We can't buy capital ships yet because our rep is too low, which makes sense. Both kinds of M3s, the M3 and the M3 Plus, M5, the MS, the M5, Skutana, Yokohama, and Claymore, and the mobile mining base. Mobile mining base wouldn't be a bad ship to get. Mind you, the mobile mining base costs more than we're trying to raise, so we won't be buying that before getting the Hyperion. We'll definitely be getting that later, though, when we start to need to get a lot of resources moved about.
Successfully docked.
Greetings, friend.
Oh, we could
We
repair.
bid you a heartfelt welcome
I don't want
to
to kind of spend the money.
station.
Connection to local trading network established. Ship computer control transferred.
Okay, it has nothing we want, but we want to hold on to it. Oh, it doesn't even have any
Attention.
particle
Last call for passengers for flight 607. Please proceed to gate 6 immediately.
Okay, there's no use to keeping this thing around, so we're just gonna sell it.
Rapier.
Okay, let's head back. Whoa, too far. Gotta stop using the keyboard to turn. Okay, so where are we going now? We are heading back to... asteroid belt again.
Jump device charging at
And it's talk to, right?
10%,
Yep.
20, 30.
Talk tos are nice. You can do them from space, but it looks like that's gonna wait for the next episode. I will see you all then. Well, I'll wait for this to go because I'm not sure what would happen if I try alt tabbing out during. Oh, I really should put a keyboard shortcut for the OBS, which is what I used to record, and make stopping these things a lot easier. So we're just gonna end on a black screen. There we go.
Entering system,
Well, maybe not.
Asteroid
Actually,
belt.
what the hell? I'll give you guys a.
Orbital defense station. Orbital patrol base. Orbital defense station.
Okay, we didn't
You
die
are
from
talking
collisions.
to the automated.
Hello, pilot. Good day, pilot. As you might be aware, the governments of the Commonwealth are less than welcoming of our presence in their territories. This, however, will not prevent us from leading a thorough investigation, with or without their consent. This is a joint ATF and USC operation, and from now on, you're part of it. You are to enter the Commonwealth of Planets in a sector called Heretic's End. There you'll meet up with ATF Commander Mark Jackson, who'll let you in on the details of your next mission. Good luck.
I like how they're just immediately willing to
granted.
trust me.
Autopilot
Despite
activated.
one of the fact one of the dialogues option was, I'm not a turncoat. I think it was. And now suddenly the Terrans are trusting me enough to get to Mars and buy their ships and technology. Anyways, that'll be for. We'll continue on our progress of stealing Terran technology for ourselves in the next episode. Bye.